So you've got that really close together A-B there. Your questions in terms of playing it is, do you know what it feels like? Does your inner ear know what it feels like? But you're frustrated because your fingers won't do it? If your fingers don't know what to do, what you have to do is you have to do this. You have to go, okay, you slow it right down, you go, one hand in my pocket. And as you're playing it, you have to roll the song back to slightly before the bit you're trying to rehearse. One hand in my pocket, but you're thinking I've got to go to B. And the other one, you've got to practice that. That's just to get one finger in, and then what you play after, you know, the rest of it drags along. So you got, so you shape. So on here, you've got your A, and you've got your B, like that. Sorry. Now the thing is, right, is that's the note you've got to get into. I mentioned this, you know, I mentioned this to you before, but just run with it. So what you have to rehearse is this. You're either going to bar the whole thing, or you're playing 1, 2, 3, whichever way you're doing it. But finger 1 is going to be around there, and it's got to get to there for your B, because that's your B note. Now your shape. Do you know what I just said about scales? I said even though it's quite dry and it doesn't really. I just said to you it doesn't really pay off to the. I didn't know it was going to pay off in like less than 10 minutes time, because the idea of the scale, which was just saying, is you play, find your start note, locate it, locate the shape, and then listen to the sound. Right? What you're doing here is you break the task down into moving your finger from there to there, so your body can learn to put it in there automatically. So when you say B, it's like a trained dog, you know. There's your A, you say B, it does it. It doesn't even have to think. And then the shape itself, once you've got your finger in as a foothold, you put in one more note if you can, or if you put the other notes in and bar them, you can, you know, if you know what to do, you know what to do. So what we normally do in the class, and I won't do it for very long, is you sit there now, go nice. So that's that shape. But you got to move A across to the B note and put it in. And also you got. But the problem is, the other problem with this is, you got to go. You don't need ideas. So, you've got A tock, B tock, then you've got a tick, and that's E. It just happens to be an E up there, but you know, you've got to go A, B, E. This happens in most of the stuff we've done, which is, so you've got to practice A, B, E. If you're late on E, it doesn't matter, because we're on E for donkeys. There's the A, B thing that you've got to do, so. Do you want to take a minute to just try that? Do it with me. So what are the things that happens is one of the things that happens, you know, you've got to get into this shape, or just the 2-note form. And and I said to the beginners, if you can't visualise the shape immediately, if you don't know the shape, your brain's all going to kick in. And what you should be doing is like get to there. Is just all you got to do is move to that note, like that. And you can even put it in as a placeholder, so you go, one hand in my pocket, and the other one is doing a high five. You know what it means? You have to strip the chord names away and just learn that action. Let me come around a minute. It's not your fingers. I mean, you've kind of struggled with what you think of as the speed of getting your fingers in, because I've seen you play things that would make me think this wouldn't cause a problem. And actually, I think one of the things you can look at is your mind slowing you down, because you're the perfect example. When we did it, you did one, your mind didn't engage, maybe because I was talking at you or something, and you went, and it just went in, and then I saw your mind click in. And what happens is when your mind clicks in, everything slows down. And what you've got to do in this kind of thing to try and get your mind out. Or for Jeff. Now, the odd thing there is getting back into the A rather than going the other way. It's just getting your mind out of the way. But that's only if one of the things I've done in the past, which is drill you like that, and it works. It just doesn't stay if you don't do it in the interim, in the week between. But one of the things I think I can tighten things up is paying more focus to what's happening to the tune, like I was saying to you, Martin. The tune itself, because it's not just it's. And the other one is doing a high five. Other one is doing a high five. So if you, I think you might find we'll just take a little bit more time with this, which is play it with me now. So it's the line we're looking for in the first one. It's the other one is giving a high five. Okay, so you play slowly. What we'll do is we'll play it slow. This is another thing, the way you develop a song on your own. So we're not playing A, D, E now. We're playing other one is giving high five. So what you first do is you say the words and play the chord with it. So just play it with me, and you can play these as full chords because we've got no time. We've got minimal time. So you go, ready? So concentrate and say the words with me. Other one is giving a high five. Same in your head. So you go, other one is giving. Now that's no good because as you say the word giving, you've got to be in the B form. So your finger's got to move across. Do you see? Yeah. So you got to go. Other one is giving. If you can only get one finger in, get it in. So you go again. Ready? Other one is giving a high five. And if you have any problems in any situation like this, but in this we're using this particular one, you've got to then giving a high five. And you say, well, as I'm saying high five, my hand's got to go from there to there. So I've got to say giving a high five. Giving a high five. And as you're doing it, you're watching your finger. You're trying to help your fingers make that fluid movement. Yeah? Let's do it again. So you go, other one, I. Ready? So it's, other one is giving a high five. Other one is giving, I'll do it. Ready? I. 3, 4. Other one is giving a high five. And one more. Other one is giving a high five. So and that's not enough. In any song you're trying to play, it takes quite a few and break and then come back to it, but it's just a starting point. And what we normally do is speed up. So let's go again. So let's try it from the D now. Let's go. One hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. Do it from the D, yeah? Because sometimes that can be disruptive as well. So ready? So I'll tick tock 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 you in. So we go D to A, B to E. So tick tock tock tock. One hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. And the 5 is that's a bit, it's slightly after 5 here. So ready? D again, one hand in my pocket. 3, 4. One hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. One more on D. Well, now we're on E, so let's do the whole chorus now. What it all comes down to. Okay. Now let's okay. We'll do one hand in my pocket, and the other one is giving a hot. We'll do that again. And then I'm going to try something that probably won't work, but see how you get on. So ready? Just same again, going from D. Yeah. Same as what we just done twice. So ready? So he goes tick tock tock tock. One hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. Okay, Stan. Now just do this mark this time with me. Stay on D. Now I'm going to sing fine, 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 right? on one of these E's. Right, stay on E, stay on E. So I'm going to sing fine, fine, fine. And when I do, that's the line before one hand in my pocket on do. I'm sure it's going to screw up, but I'll just try it. So, it's going to be fine, fine, fine. One more E, now D. I got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. Okay, so now the thing about that is it's good for me to get things wrong because it's not wrong, but you need a run up if you're trying to get something like you've done, which you're quite a way down, you've got a bit further with it now. You have to wind the song back and run into it. But if you wind it back to the wrong point, you need a logical point to jump in on the song. And with this one, you can either run in from one hand in my pocket on D. Does everybody agree? That seems to work okay. It gives you a run in to but you can't really run back. You've got the next run back point is probably the start of the chorus, because otherwise it's a bit disjointed. It doesn't allow you to orient yourself, and that's a good sign. And I often get it wrong. So we'll do the whole chorus now. So what it all comes down to. I want you to sit on D, and I'm going to do what it all comes down to. You come in on the right word, yeah? Which is down. Okay, so ready? So give me a D. I can't be notes. What's the note? So. Baby, what it all comes. I got it. Quick before I lose it. Okay, so on the word down. What it all comes down to is everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. This is your spacer. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. Now you possibly have experienced that because when you just bunch it up and just keep when you keep this is for practice at home. This is as well. So when you keep repeating one short section, other one is giving a high five, other one is giving a high five. You keep doing that over and over again. You do habituate it, but when you roll the song back and you approach it, you don't know. Sometimes that can wobble you, and if you don't jump into it, you might still think I need to practice the three changes. But actually, what you need to do is just run up at it a few more times. And that by playing the chorus from the start, you can be distracted, and you need to be on the ball, ready to play that bit at the end as it's approaching you. So as much as you're enjoying the song in the chorus, as it's approaching here, you've got to be aware it's coming up and orient yourself to let your body do what it'll naturally do in some form or another. One more chorus, yeah? I want to do a bit of rhythm tonight, so we'll try and... Sorry. It's ready? So let's go. So,
where are you going from?
What it all comes down to.
Where it all comes down to.
Yeah, so... And what it all comes down to... Slow it down. Is everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. No. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad. I don't want to slow things down anymore, but I just want to make a big point. Is that it's the chorus goes. I have to make it a bit smaller, but it goes. What it all comes down to. Is that it's going to be fine, 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 and then the end of the line, because they always group in fours. There's an extra E, which is a spacer. And I got one hand in my pocket, and the other one is giving a high five, and then you got 2 bars of E again. Do you see? Even though we're sure on the being, the basic structure of both lines is the same, but there's a big difference. Is that this line ends here on the one of that bar, and it's a spacer bar before you go to the D again, which is what you went straight to the D, which is a navigation error. It's nothing to do with your playing. And then here, this one ends there, but then you've got 2 bars of gap till the next line starts. So as you get, what you want, first of all, you're learning the groupings, but when you start to find the spacer bits, you're starting to know the song. And you can read the song, but the spaces are important to know, to feel. You've got to get them inside you, even if you can read off a sheet, because you've got to feel it. So bear that in mind. We'll do one more, and then we'll get the rhythm stuff that I'd planned to. Ready? So what it all comes. Ready? Nice one. What it all comes down to is everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. No. You moment it goes fast, the song goes fast, and then yeah, but it's not you were well ahead. Then you would have won it if it was the Olympics. You would have definitely won. You would have definitely won the hand in my pocket steeplechase. But we all have to finish together. So go again. So ready? So what it all comes down to is everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. Space. And I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. Now, even though that's slow, the only thing that's happening is the model in your head isn't quite in the right shape. But as I see people playing at that speed, you're playing it as a musically, because the body's taking you, is in sync with your ear and everything else. Whereas we speed it up, it might overload you, but you should always find the tempo that you can do that in, and then slowly raise the tempo, because you want to play everything musically.